everyone, my name is Miss Sophia. I am the teen programmer here at the Eastside Library, and today we're going to learn how to do fabric pumpkins. So if you'd like to learn how to do a fabric pumpkin with things that you have at home, please stick around and keep watching. For your materials, you're going to need glue. I chose hot glue, a roll of toilet paper, some scrap fabric, or you can use an old t-shirt, anything that you can cut into a big square, a paper bag, it's optional, some ribbon for decoration, and some covering for the paper bag, which is also optional. So the first thing I did was I unraveled my toilet paper probably about 8 or 9 times, and then I went ahead and rewrapped it around the same roll of toilet paper loosely. You can go ahead and twist it and kind of crumple it. You want it to be very loose so that way it makes the circumference of the toilet paper more fluffy. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my fabric and put it with the pattern side down. Go ahead and place your toilet paper roll onto the center of the square and start gathering your fabric and stuffing it into the center of the toilet paper. What you're going to want to do is make sure that all of the blank sides of the fabric are covered by the pattern side. So I kind of gathered the corners and made little pleats. If it gets a little too gathered on the middle, you can go ahead and use a pencil to kind of help secure it. Also, if you wanted to make this a permanent decoration and you didn't want to use the toilet paper for later, you can always glue the fabric once you gather in the center as well. So there I am just finishing up, and then I'm just going to tweak the fabric a little bit so that way it fits to my liking and I like the way that it looks. And then once you're done with that, we're on to the next step. So like I said, this next step is optional. You can always go out and find a stick in your backyard or at the park to use as the stem. I unfortunately do not have any sticks near me right now, so I'm going to make a stem out of a paper bag. So I just got a big paper bag, the kind that you would get at the grocery store, and I just cut off a thick strip of it. And now as you can see, I'm kind of just rolling it into a tube and cutting off the excess. Go ahead and glue it down. I chose to use hot glue because it dries quickly. But you can use any kind of glue, it just might take a little bit longer to dry, whatever is accessible for you. And so I just make sure that it's nice and secure. I actually did this twice. I cut another strip and put my current tube on top of that strip, glued it to that, and then rolled it again so that way it was thicker, just because I did want a thicker stem for my pumpkin. But once you get it to the size that you like, you're all set to go. So here's another optional step that you can do. I didn't want my stem to look so plain, so I decided to glue burlap to it. You don't have to do this, it's only optional if you wanted to. If you also don't have burlap available, you can always use yarn or string, twine, whatever you have available. So I just hot glued my stem to the burlap and trimmed it accordingly until I got it to look just how I wanted. For the last and final touches, I decided to tie a decorative ribbon around my stem. You can tie it in a bow or just in a simple knot like I did, and it just kind of helps tie the whole look together. Thank you so much for following along. If you like this craft, please follow us on our socials, and if you would like to share, please use #RivLibrary.